So we are reading from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9. We read up to text 15. There are Duratma and Mahatma. In between, there are two types. One is in Bhagavad Gita, Arthati Jigeshaguni, and below that, these three. Ekattana, Prithakattana, Bhavada Vishyatam. I think you can remember Mahatma, below Mahatma Gyani is Jigasha. Then Arthati and Artha. Below that, this Prithakattana and Bhavada Vishyatam. And lowest is Ekattana. And below that, Duratma. Others who engage in sacrifice by the cultivation of knowledge, worship the Supreme Lord as the one without self, as diverse in many and in the universal form. So listen, text 16. Bahuda Vishyatamaka. Krishna, everything comes from Krishna, everything Krishna. But everything is not Krishna. 16. Aham krotu aham yukka, sadaham aham ausadam, mantraham aham evacham, aham agnir aham hutam. Aham, I. Krotu, Vedic ritual. Aham, I. Yugga, smriti, sacrifice. Shadha, oblation. Aham, I. Aham, I. Ausadam, healing her. Mantra, transcendental chant. Aham, I. Aham, I. Your certain. Ajam, milk butter. Aham, I. Agni, fire. Aham, I. Hutam, offering. Translation. But it is I who am the ritual, I the sacrifice, the offering to the ancestors, the healing heart, the transcendental chant, I am the butter and the fire and the offering. Part-8. The Vedic sacrifice known as Jyotishtam is also Krishna. And he is also the Mahajogga mentioned in this myth. The oblations offered to the Pitilaka or the sacrifice performed to please the Pitilaka, considered as a kind of drug in the form of clapped butter, is also Krishna. The mantras chanted in this connection are also Krishna. And many other commodities made with milk products for offering in the sacrifice are also Krishna. The fire is also Krishna because fire is one of the 5 material elements and is therefore claimed as the separate energy of Krishna. In other words, the Vedic sacrifices recommended in the karma contributions of the Vedas are in total also Krishna. Or in other words, those who are engaged in rendering devotional service unto Krishna are to be understood to have performed all the sacrifices recommended in the Vedas. These are performing, he is also Krishna. So how to understand? He is also Krishna. Yes, that answer Krishna has given. I am not. Once I am, answer is I am not. That is my Yoga. There are some other examples. Pita aham asya jagato mata dhata pita vidyam pavitram omkaram riksham jujure vacha. I think I have read all these things. 22. 2 days, Gotevata Prabhu Shakti. Tapai Brahma, yeah. We read all these things. Trividdham, yeah. We read this also. Titang Bhukta Shargalakam Vishala. Titang Bhukta Shargalakam Vishala. Shargalok, they'll enjoy. Then Khine Bunne Mahtalakam Vishala. When Pachakti is finished, they will come. Evam Tridharmam Anupapana. Tridharmam. Tridharmam, the three Vedas. And with three Vedas, Gatagatim. Gata Agata. So Veda, through Vedas is Gatagati. How to come above Veda? Bhagavad Gita, 45th verse, 2nd chapter. Trigunda Vishwavada, Nistrigunda Bhavacha. Text 22. I think we should read from here. Ananashintantamam jijana purchapashate teshamita vijutana jorokhina vahana. Ananya, having no other object, na anna ananya. Chintayantaha, concentrating, ma, on me, ye, those who, jana, persons. Purjupashate, properly worship. Upashate, purjupasha. Purjupasha means properly worship. Tesham of them. Nitya abhijuktana. Tesham. That person, them, those are nitya abhijukta, always fixed in devotion service. Yoga khema baham. Bahami aham, I carry. Bahami aham, I carry. What? Two things, yoga and khema. How to remember to this word? Yoga and khema. Yoga means unite. Remember this, yoga means unite. That means after union, it's something. That is, before union, it was not there. Yoga means giving something what is lacking, requirements. And another is, whatever is there is khema, protection. So how to remember these two words, yoga and khema? We need two things. We want something what is lacking, and whatever we have, we want to protect. So if yoga means Krishna will supply whatever lack, the yoga, then khema means other thing. Whatever we have, that is protection. But those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, anna chintayan, meditating on my transcendental form, tesham, to them, I carry what they lack, yoga, and I preserve what they have, kshema. I personally. One who is unable to live for a moment without Krishna consciousness cannot but think of Krishna 24 hours a day. Being engaged in devotional service by hearing, chanting, remembering, offering prayers, worshipping, serving the lotus feet of the Lord, rendering other services, cultivating friendship, and surrendering fully to the Lord. Now we done. Such activities are all auspicious and full of spiritual potencies, which make the devotee perfect in self-realization. So that his only desire is to achieve the association of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Such a devotee undoubtedly approaches the Lord without difficulty. This is called yoga. By the mercy of the Lord, such a devotee never comes back to his material condition of life. Kshema refers to the merciful protection of the Lord. The Lord helps the devotee to achieve Krishna consciousness by yoga. And when he becomes fully Krishna conscious, the Lord protects him from falling down to the miserable condition of life. So, Yogakshamam, two things. Again, listen attentively. Materially means whatever lacking, getting yoga, whatever we have, protecting, kshema. But Krishna is dealing with all this material. The yoga is spiritual thing. We are lacking bhakti, Krishna will give bhakti. And whatever bhakti we have, Krishna will give all type of protection to keep that. So that is the real meaning of Yogakshamma, Bahamma. जियोपि अन्य देवता भक्ता जजन्ते श्रद्धान्विता तेपि माम लोकवन्ते जजन्ते अभूतपूर्वक. Jiyopi, those who appear also. Anno Devata Bhakta. Anno Devata Bhakta means devotee of other god, demigod. Anno Devata Bhakta, not my Bhakta. OP also. Krishna is telling about him. Krishna is telling, okay, those who are not my devotee, but the devotee of other demigods. Jajant worship. Shraddha Onnita, with faith. Onnita means with. Shraddha with faith. Teopi Mameva Kontyo. Teopi, they also. Ma, me, evo, only. Kontyo, son of Kunti. Jajanti, they worship. But that is Abhidhi Purvakam, in the wrong way. That is, they'll come to me, but it is Abhidhi Purvakam. Those who are devotees of other gods or other gods means demigods. Those who are the devotees of other demigods and who worship them with faith, actually worship only me, the son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way. Persons who are engaged in the worship of demigods are not very intelligent. Although such worship is offered to me indirectly, Krishna says, for example, when a man pours water on the leaves and branches of a tree, without pouring water on the root, he does so without sufficient knowledge or without observing regulative principles. Similarly, the process of rendering service to different parts of the body is to supply food to the stomach. The demigods are, so to speak, different officers and directors in the government of the Supreme Lord. One has to follow the law made by the government, not by the officers or directors. Similarly, everyone is to offer his worship to the Supreme Lord only. That will automatically satisfy the different officers and directors of the law. The officers and directors are engaged as representatives of the government to offer some bribe to the officers and directors is illegal. That is stated here as Abhidhi Purvak. In other words, Krishna does not approve the unnecessary worship of the devotees. Abhidhi Purvak. Krishna also had the example of pouring water. I think whoever has little knowledge about agriculture, we have seen, especially those who are place where this water is very less. There is trees. You can supply water whole the land. But where the scanty water, you have seen the some pipe is pouring only the root, not wasting water. You can fill up the whole land with water. A root will get. But what will happen if you pour in such a water? After some time you will be great away drinking water also. But the tree needs only some water in the root, no need a whole field. So you are pouring water, you abhiti purvaka. If you do that, you are causing harm for yourself also, because after some time you will not get water. Your oil and boarding oil, everything will die up if you misuse water in such. That is why Krishna is saying, worship with demigods. That is abhitipur. Aham hi sarvajajnana bhakta cha prabhu. Natumam abhijananti tattena atah chabantite. Aham, I, he, should, sarvajajnana, of all sacrifices, bhakta dinda. The same verse, Krishna said, 9:5:29. Bhaktaram Jaggata Pashan. Here Krishna, Aham hi sarva jagganam bhakta. Bhakta. Enjoy. Cha and Prabhu the Lord. Ebo also cha and. No, not tu, but. Mam, me. Abhijananti, they know. Tatteno, in reality. Ataha, therefore, chavanti, fall down, they. I am the only enjoyer and master of all sacrifices. Therefore, those who do not recognize my true transcendental nature fall down. Here it is clearly stated that there are many types of yajna performances recommended in the Vedic literatures, but actually all of them are meant for satisfying the Supreme Lord. Yajna means Vishnu. In the 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita, it is clearly stated that one should only work for satisfying Yajna or Vishnu. The perfectional form of human civilization known as Varnashram Dharma is especially meant for satisfying Vishnu. Therefore, Krishna says in this verse, I am the enjoyer of all sacrifices because I am the Supreme Master. Less intelligent persons, however, without knowing this fact, worship demigods for temporary benefit. Therefore, they fall down to material existence and do not achieve the desired goal of life. If, however, anyone has a material desire to be fulfilled, he had better pray for it to the Supreme Lord, and he will thus achieve the desired result. Those who don't want to accept this statement, I will give you a suggestion. Just think you are a father of a child. If you don't want to believe this statement, just think you are a father of a child. If your father asks something from someone, how will you feel? Or if you think I am the husband of someone, if your wife begs something from some other person, how will you feel? This you like it or not like it. But if you see your wife is asking for his livelihood for one cloth, just think she want to buy a cloth and asking from some other person. How the husband will feel? Why Krishna should not feel like that? If we ask something other than Krishna, how Krishna will feel like that? Oh, I cannot provide that. They should go other place. He's serving me. Why he should go other? Okay, no problem. If you want to go, no problem. Janti devabrata devan, pittin janti pitti puta, bhutani janti bhutajja, janti majjaji no pima. Janti, go. Devabrata. Brata. Brata means oh. Brata means how? Devabrata, I will worship them. Janti devabrata, the worshipper demigod, Janti go Devan. to demigods planet. Pitrin Janti. Somebody will go to the Pitri, to the ancestor. Who? Those are Pitri Brata, worship the ancestor. Bhutani Janti. They will go to ghosts and spirits. That means they will become ghost or spirit. Who? Bhuta Ijja. Those are worshippers of ghosts and spirits. And Jantimam. They'll go to me. Jajino, devotees, opi, but mam unto me. Go to me. What is that? No, come to me. Why go to me? It is, once we understand this, yes, everywhere Janti, that is Krishna is like Janti. This the let's say Gaman Chalna. Gaman, you can go, you can come. Both are Gaman. So here Janti, here Gaman. But there is Gaman, Agaman. It's going and coming. There Shabadhan Purita Mamaka Sharam Gaham Pasam Krishna Ma Shucha. Another example. Here, Janti word, you cannot think go. Go to me, to one meaning is okay. Go, I am here now, go to my planet. This is another meaning. And another go means Gaman. That means coming. Braja. Yeah. Braja means Gaman. Shabad Pratija Mamaka Sharanang Braja. So sometimes people, in Hindi translation, go, why go? Why not come? One should understand this come and go means just traveling. That sense is like. Those who worship the demigods will take birth again. Take birth among the demigods. Those who worship the ancestors go to the ancestors. Those who worship ghosts and spirits will take birth among such beings, and those who worship me will live with me. If one has any desire to go to the moon, the sun, or any other planet, one can attain the desired destination by following specific Vedic principles recommended for that purpose, such as the process technically known as Darsh or Namash. These are vividly described in the primitive activities portion of these Vedas, which recommends a specific worship of demigods situated on the different heavenly planets. Similarly, one can attain the Pita planets by performing a specific yajna. Similarly, one can go to many ghostly planets and become a Jaksha, Rakshas, or Pishas. Pishas worship is called black art or black magic. There are many men who practice this black art and think that it is spiritualism. But such activities are completely materialistic. Similarly, a pure devotee who worships the Supreme Personality of Godhead only achieves the planet of Vaikuntha and Krishnalok without a doubt. It is very easy to understand through the important verse. It is very easy to understand through this important verse that if By simply worshipping the demigods, one can achieve the heavenly planets, or by worshipping the Pitas, achieve the Pita planet, or by practicing the black arts, achieve the ghostly planets. Why can a pure devotee not achieve the planet of Krishna or Vishnu? Unfortunately, many people have no information of these sublime planets where Krishna and Vishnu live. And because they do not know of them, they fall down. Even the impersonalists fall down from the Brahmajyoti. Khine Punne Martalokunja. The Krishna consciousness movement is therefore distributing sublime information to the entire human society to the effect that by simply chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, one can become perfect in this life and go back home, back to Godhead. Text 26. Patram pushpam phalam tem jume bhakta prajachati tadaham bhakti uparitam ashnami prajata. Patram, a leaf, pushpam, a flower, phalam, a fruit, toyam, water. You are, whoever, me unto me, bhakta with devotion. Prajachati offers, that aham I, bhakti uparitam offered in devotion, ashnami accept. Prayato atmana, from one in pure consciousness. Here you have seen 2 times bhakti. Jome bhakta prajachati, with devotion. And tadam bhakti uparitam, offered in devotion. Twice bhakti. How much? The Krishna is not taking Pattapushpa Faljal. Pattapushpa Faljal once, but he is telling about bhakti twice. He accepts bhakti. If one offers me with love and devotion, a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, I will accept it. For the intelligent person, it is essential to be in Krishna consciousness, engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord, in order to achieve a permanent blissful abode for eternal happiness. The process of achieving such a marvelous result is very easy and can be attempted even by the poorest of the poor without any kind of qualification. The only qualification required in this connection is to be a pure devotee of the Lord. That's all. It does not matter what one is or where one is situated. The process is so easy that even a leaf or a little water or a fruit can be offered to the Supreme Lord in genuine love, and the Lord will be pleased to accept it. Into a father, 5 sons. So, this affection for the children does not depend upon their opulence. Sometimes, father loves poor children more because they are, due to poverty, they are more submissive. So, father likes that. No one, therefore, can be buried from Krishna consciousness because it is so easy and universal. Who is such a fool that he does not want to be Krishna conscious by the simple method and thus attain the highest perfectional life of eternity, bliss and knowledge? Who such a fool will not simplest way achieving greatest thing? If someone is not accepting, he is a great fool. Krishna wants only loving service and nothing more. Everything belongs to Krishna. So he wants love one. Krishna accepts even a little flower from his pure devotee. He does not want any kind of offering from anyone devotee. He is not in need of anything from anyone because he is self-sufficient, and yet he accepts the offering of his devotee in an exchange of love and affection. To develop Krishna consciousness is the highest perfection of life. Bhakti is mentioned twice in this verse in order to declare more emphatically that bhakti or devotional service is the only means to approach Krishna. No other condition, such as becoming a Brahman, a learned scholar, a very rich man, or a great philosopher, can induce Krishna to accept some offering. Nothing can induce Krishna to accept offering. Nothing can induce. Brahman, the scholarship, rich, great philosopher, Krishna will not induced by that to accept offering. Without a basic principle of bhakti, nothing can indulge in the law. Nothing can induce the law to agree to accept anything from anyone. Bhakti is never casual. The process is eternal, it's direct action and service to the absolute whole. That is why in any offering you see Tulsi leaf. Why? Tulsi leaf is the sign of bhakti. Without Tulsi leaf, Krishna is never accepted. That is, without love, Krishna is not accepted. Here Lord Krishna, having established that he is the only enjoyer, the primeval law, and the real object of all sacrificial offerings, reveals what types of sacrifices he desires to be offered. If one wishes to engage in devotional service to the Supreme Lord, in order to be purified and to reach the goal of life, the transcendental loving service of God, then one should find out what the Lord desires of him. One who loves Krishna will give him whatever he wants, and he avoids offering anything which is undesirable or unasked. Thus, meat, fish, and eggs should not be offered to Krishna. You are a devotee of Krishna. If you go in your friend's house, he offers you a cup of tea or coffee. Will you like that? He may think, oh, I have given him a best quality of coffee brought from America. Why he does not like this? You cannot induce. If he deserts such things as offerings, he should have said so. If Krishna would have liked that, Maddam Mangsam Ghritam Andam, give me, he never told that. Patram Pusham Phalam. Instead, he clearly requests that a leaf, a fruit, flower, and water be given to him. Water means milk like that, water. It comes water category. And it says of this offering, I will accept it. Ashnami in Hindu, khata hu, I eat. Ashnami means eating. I accept, eat, accept. Therefore, we should understand that he will not accept meat, fish, and eggs. If you give tulsi leaves on the meat, still he will not take. Somebody in Bengal, they give tulsi leaf in tea. Vegetables, grains, fruits, milk, and water are the proper foods for human beings and are prescribed by Lord Krishna himself. Whatever else we eat cannot be offered to him. Whatever else we eat cannot be offered to him since he will not accept it. Thus, we cannot be acting on the level of loving devotion if we offer such foods. In some temple, they're giving tender for offering food to the Muslims. So buying the non offer. So Krishna will talk about. In third chapter, 13, Sri Krishna explains that only the remains of sacrifice are purified and fit for consumption by those who are seeking advancement in life and release from the clutches of the material entanglement. Those who do not make an offering of their food, he says in the same verse, are eating only sin. Bhujante titu agam papa je pachanti atmakarana. Je pachanti atmakarana. He who eats, cooks or eats for himself, he is just eating sin. In other words, that every mouthful is simply deepening their involvement in the complexities of material nature. Simply they're making the highway to go to hell. But preparing nice, simple vegetable dishes, offering them before the picture or deity of the Lord Krishna, and bowing down and preparing and praying for him to accept such a humble offering, enable one to advance steadily in life, to purify the body, and to create fine brain tissues which will lead to clear thinking. Above all, the offering should be made with the attitude of love. Krishna has no need of food, since he already possesses everything that yet he will accept the offering of one who desires to please him in that way. The important element in preparation is serving, and in offering is to act with love for Krishna. The impersonalist philosophers who wish to maintain that the absolute truth is without senses cannot comprehend this verse of Bhagavad. To them, it is either a metaphor or proof of the mundane character of Krishna, the speaker of Bhagavad. But in actuality, Krishna is the Supreme Godhead, has senses, and it is stated that the senses are interchangeable. In other words, one sense can perform the function of any other. This is what it means to say that Krishna is absolute. Angani shakul indriya victim. Any senses can perform any type of activity. Lacking senses, he could hardly be considered fool in all appearances. In the 7th chapter, Krishna has explained that he impregnates the living entities into material nature. This is done by his looking upon the material nature. Maya adhyakshana prakriti shuyate shachar. Maya adhyakshana. And so, in this instance, Krishna's hearing the devotee's words of love in offering foodstuffs is wholly identical with his eating and actually tasting. This point should be emphasized. Because of his absolute position, his hearing is wholly identical with his eating and tasting. Only the devotee who accepts Krishna as he desires describe himself without interpretation can understand that the supreme absolute truth can eat food and enjoy it. Hare Krishna. Sometimes we think we know Bhagavad that is there. 26 verses, Pattam Pushpam, 27, Jat Kashi Jadashnashi. I know all these things. But at the degree of our advancement, a realization will come. That is why we should read again and again. We relish again and again. Shanang Bhavo Shadur. Pravishta Bhagavatam said. Pravishta corner. When you enter Tiruka, yeah, according to our taste, will realize at first. So it will be, we realize fresh and fresh. And unfortunately, we think we know Bhagavad Gita, no need of reading Bhagavad Gita. But if we see Prabhupada is quoting only Bhagavad Gita, and Bhagavatam Bharata is quoting Bhagavad Gita. That means everything is there. Hare Krishna. Bhagavad Gita as it is. Jagat Vishnu Prabhupada.